Hello and welcome to all the men and women of the West. I'm Joe here from my co-host Dan.
Hello and greetings.
And we have a new Tolkien video for you all. It's going to be a short one because this is just a reaction video. But fear not, we'll have a Silmarillion video out in the next week or so. We're just calming down after the hell that was May. Lots of stuff happening in real life. Almost none of it was good this month.
Yeah.
So, we're going to get for this video. Then we're going to move on to the Silmarillion video. And I'm hoping we'll get 2 Silmarillion videos out in June. Because I really want to get back to reading that because life's a lot better when you're reading Tolkien. Anyways, and I do mean that. Here, I'll just make us a little smaller. And here we go. We're going to watch the worst trailer of this year for the worst TV series, possibly of all times. So let's get to mocking this and bashing it and pointing out how stupid it is. And remember, this is the stupidest TV series of all times. And we do not hate it. We pity it. And you if you enjoy it. I'm joking.
All right, let's check out this trailer for Valma.
It may as well be.
Ancient and powerful has returned.
Wait, ancient and powerful has returned. Who? What? When? Why? Where?
I think they're about to show us for suspense.
Prepare yourselves.
Yeah, but ancient and powerful has returned is not a sentence. That's not a sentence. No. Like, if I was to put that in Microsoft Word, that would actually come up as grammatically incorrect. What are they doing? They can't even get their grammar right. I'm French. English is a second language. Et moi, je sais. Ce n'est pas correct. Even I know that's not correct. And I do rely on pretty much Grammarly and on the Microsoft Grammar Word system. And the reason I do is just to triple check, really, my grammar, because I'm not as good with grammar as others. And English is also a second language. But what are you doing? Like, even I know. Ancient and powerful has returned. Who, what, when, where, why. Like, you know what I mean? It's just who or what. Those are the 2 things you need to answer with that sentence. Because the grammar doesn't work. Who? What is the ancient thing that's returned and powerful? Who? Or you have to answer what? An ancient and powerful being has returned. There. You have a sentence. Without it, you don't. It's like, maybe we should look into getting these writers to attend a basic, grammar course. Maybe one in England. I assume they'd be... No, you know what? I hear bad things about English schools over in England. Maybe send them to... I'm going to say either Scotland, Germany, because I'm very impressed with the English that the Germans have these days. They have really good English. Sometimes better than actual English. Sometimes. Just saying. But let's focus on either Scotland or the Philippines. You have some pretty good English teachers in some cases. Some parts of the Philippines, not so much. Some parts are pretty good with their English. So we're going to say Philippines or Scotland. Send someone there. They'll check the grammar. Oh, come on. Call this. Yeah, I guess what I want to do. I just want to exit. Prepare yourselves. Avengers, assemble. That's basically what the scene is. Oh, shoot! Imhotep has returned. Okay, so now we know who the villain of this season is.
So we have the Avengers going up against Imhotep.
Yes, Dan, we do. Because, you see, they read from the book.
That would actually be a good movie, actually.
Imhotep versus... Yeah, but Imhotep would win.
I know.
Because they are not Rick O'Connell, Evie, or Jonathan. No, I'll actually say those 3 could tank the entire Avengers and win. They could solo them. Hell, Evie just needs to knock over a few bookcases and all the Avengers are dead.
She needs to knock the pillars over in Avengers Mansion.
Yeah, and they're all dead, and then she goes, oops.
And then Jonathan would bumble his way around it.
Accidentally slaughtering them and then stealing something like the arc reactor from Tony and going, did I stumble? Or, no, did I chicken out? I think not. Man, we gotta rewatch that movie.
Yeah.
That movie easily blows the Avengers out of the wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is so Emotep. So I wonder if he's going to be going after Natasha. I'd kind of judge him, but or he might go after. Well, Halle Berry's Storm was pretty hot. He'd be better off going for her.
Yeah.
She might have been the hottest out of all the female characters in those movies. Because like, Jean Grey was hot, but like, come on, there's hotter redheads than Famke Janssen. I think it is. But that actress was really talented. She's a really talented actress, but she doesn't look the part of Jean. In the second movie, she does. But then in the first and the third movie, she doesn't really look the part. So I just think maybe they should have... Yeah, anyways. Emotep.
This is way inside your mind. The crest of him slithers in.
Wait, Elrond finds Jesus? Well, that explains so much. So Jesus also appears in this series. Well, you know, he is the way, he is the way, he is the life, he is the truth. Any who seek the Father must first go through the Son and all.
I suppose the third will be so offensive that it becomes the second coming.
That doesn't make any sense. You mean so it's going to be it's the Antichrist, and so the second coming is going to happen in response.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't following for a second. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think he has been here. I think he's been here among us all along.
Well, you know, like, Jesus is everywhere. He's in everyone. So, like, the thing is, he has been there. Yeah, I'm going to stop with the Christian jokes, don't worry. I don't mean to take the faith in vain, and I don't mean to force it on anyone. It's just, I don't know how to take this clown show seriously.
Mon Dieu.
And who is this?
Someone?
Man, he's got a prominent forehead.
Yeah.
Like, he could star as the alien from Indiana Jones 4. Like, no, I'm serious. Cast him. That alien had a smaller forehead. I mean, look at this. I've heard of prominent brows, but this is ridiculous. Like, cover that thing up. Put a bonnet on it. Put a hat on him. Put a sock. I don't know, like, put a helmet on him. And cask. Like,
that is a very prominent
forehead. That is one ugly guy. No, I'm going to be honest. I'm not exactly the best looking guy, but he's ugly.
Let him have bangs.
You want him to bang someone? Like, damn, heck, come on. Like, I really don't. I don't feel comfortable with on-screen depictions of that sort of thing. Come on, Dan. Keep it classy. Tolkien did not have scenes like that. Why are you insisting on them? Yeah, okay, we're being random here because look at what we're dealing with. We have to clown on this crap. August 29th.
Finally, we get some light rather than just dark stuff.
I don't know. I think that was a pretty dark message. They're threatening to come out with a series on August 29th.
Yeah.
We can't say promising. It's threatening us. Now, what that means is on August 29th, I want to make sure I'm back at college for my plumbing course so that I can't be filled with dread and horror at, you know, this horrible series. And hopefully Dan will be back to work, so teaching again. So we need to hope that that our summer schedule is over because, like, honest to the Lord, since he appeared earlier in this video, August 29th, that's going to be a dreadful day. Dreadful. Simply dreadful.
Well, if it's
we can prepare now. We should go out, build an ark in case of a flood of the next deluge, and just, it's either that or we have to put our heads in the sand like an ostrich. Which one do you prefer, Dan?
At least it's the 29th and not a few days before.
Oh, right. Yeah, good point. So, what do you think of having this on the horizon? That's what I thought.
Every soul in Middle-earth is in peril.
Thank you, John. Now on to sports and away from weather.
All
okay,
right.
That was the most boring, and every soul in Middle-earth is in peril. You know what that reminded me of? One of those really boring documentary guys who's not feeling passionate about the subject. It used to be at one point there were some narrators who'd sound like that for history documentaries.
Yeah.
And they'd sound just like that. It's like, and the Hittites fought bravely against the Egyptians. Oh, well, okay, thank you. We all know that. On the other hand, in the early 2000s, well, here's the thing. In the 80s and 2000s, they got these really passionate people to talk about history, which is how you do it. In the 90s, they got these really bored as hell guys who just, oh my gosh, they're asleep. So that's what that reminded me of.
Yeah.
That was not a good narration. Fire that guy. Fire the guy who edited this in there. And then fire the guy who fired them.
And hire Steve.
Us.
Hire Steve Irwin.
Or hire us.
I know. I'm sure Steve Irwin has already passed, but at least he was passionate.
Yeah. Okay, why is she screaming?
And
I'm just going to assume it. She just
what's
screams.
with the scene jump?
Yeah. Darkness will bind them. Thank you, Satan. No, thank you. Sorry if I talk sardonically. No, thank you, Satan. We don't.
Darkness will bind them. I mean, they're part of the series.
Okay, I stand corrected. Never mind. I was going to crack another Christian joke, but okay, whatever. No, that one takes a show. Because, I can't see anything. They basically just shot every scene after dark. There's this thing. It's what? It's called The Day. Freaking hell. And see, now that I think about it, that was a problem I had with some of the Peter Jackson movies. A lot of scenes were shot at night when it was like, can we just have it in the day? Because I can't see squat. Now some scenes did have to be shot at night. For example, on Weathertop. Was done better by Peter Jackson.
Yeah, but they should have focused a bit more on that rather than all these scene changes, because it's not telling us anything.
Yeah. No one's there! I have no idea. Oh wow, he has a lot of range. Okay, so the guy who looks like the alien from Indiana Jones is Sauron. So Sauron is an alien. I don't think that makes any sense. Now, the reason I'm going to say that is he's supposed to look fair. This guy looked hideous. No joke. I don't support plastic surgery. But the guy should consider it, either that or a hat or a mask. If he was to dress like King Baldwin from the Kingdom of Heaven movie, he'd probably look better. And I'm saying this out of compassion, not simply just out of mockery. Yes, it's 70% mockery, and 40% kindness. And if you got that joke, kudos to you. You passed math class. Now, I wish this took place in the Middle-earth, because, well, then it'd be part of Lord of the Rings, but it isn't. Sorry, I have to crack that joke. I don't even know what, I think they forged the rings this season? I think. I mean, it's probably at the end. Like, I'm not sure what's going to happen this season. I'm not sure I care. Thankfully, we're not going to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we could probably watch it, review it, clown it, and get a ton of subs and whatnot. But we're not going to do that. The reason? I really don't want to. Why rage at something? Does rage watching, hate watching, is still watching? There's no such thing. Well, how was it you once put it? A hate crush is still a crush.
Exactly.
And honestly, it'd be better for us to just clown this over on Substack where, we get much more attention over there for it. So, speaking of which, we're better writers than the writing staff that put this together. So, you might want to check us out on Substack. Also, check out The Crown of Blood. Seriously, The Crown of Blood is our fantasy novel about how there are 3 kingly lines, 1 crown. And you can find it in the link to it in the description down below. And what is more is that it is pretty much a Game of Thrones with Scottish history and fantasy. But it's a prequel to a Scottish Lord of the Rings of sorts. So support the channel by buying that book. Even if you didn't like this video, because, deep down, you did like this video. So, yeah, support the channel.